Hi, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use the program RomSort to organize and alphabetize your ROM collection. So if you ever use a flashcard on a retro gaming device and have your ROMs on it, you'll know that a lot of times there's not a lot of screen real estate to show a huge list of ROMs, and so you end up scrolling through pages and pages of ROMs to get to the ROM you want. And it's often convenient to organize your ROMs alphabetically into folders. And using RomSort, this makes this process super easy and tailor fit for the number of files you can see per screen on your device. So what we have here, I have a folder of 1,000 ROMs, and I'm going to want to organize those into alphabetical folders. So I'm going to go to the RomSort website. The link will be in the description. It's on GitHub, and we're going to scroll down here on the Microsoft Store for Windows 10. If you're not on Windows 10, don't worry, you can still download RomSort directly here off of GitHub. It works all the way back to Windows XP, all the way to, and it even works on Ubuntu. So we're going to go ahead, though, for this tutorial and get it the recommended way off the Microsoft Store. So I'm going to click the link here. It takes me to the entry on the Microsoft Store. And I already own this app, but I'm going to go ahead and hit Get here. Just open up the Microsoft Store. And now let me go ahead and close the website. I can go ahead and hit install. And you'll see that it's this fairly small application. It'll download pretty quick. And I'll go ahead and click launch. And here we go. Here's RomSort. So it's a really simple UI. You're going to have the original files here, and you're going to have a preview of what the files will be sorted into once you hit the sort button. And down here, you can control the number of directories, resulting directories that you want. So I'm going to go ahead, and you can either use file open or open over here, or also you can also drag folders directly into it. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit open. I'm going to go onto the desktop. Here's that ROMs folder. Hit OK. And here you can see there's the 1,000 files. And here's what it's going to look like after it's organized it into folders. So the maximum directories is 27. It'll create a separate folder just for any files that start with any non-letter characters. So we can see here, I've got 24 directories. It won't create empty directories. So if you're missing a letter, it won't waste the time creating a folder with that letter. As you can see, all the A files are here, D, or so on. So I'm going to go ahead and hit sort. And it's making you confirm that, yes, it is going to start moving these files around. You won't be able to undo it and put them back the way they were. But in this case, I'm not worried about that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit yes. Takes a second, and there we go. Now you can see all the folders have been organized, and the UI is refreshed to show them in the folders that they now appear in. So now that we've done that, say you have a you have a flashcard that only shows 12 directories, like 12 lines on the screen. So what you can do here is go ahead and click this down to 12. And you'll see what happened is the folders start getting coalesced together into ranges of letters. And the way RomSort works is it kind of finds the smallest folders and merges those together so that they try to keep them as even as possible. Now, it's not entirely possible to keep every folder having the same number of files, but at least you won't have a bunch of folders with huge numbers and a bunch of folders with practically empty. So now that we have it set to 12, I can go ahead and hit sort again. It's going to say yes, it's not going to be undone. Let it run. And now we have all of these ROMs together, and now we have 12. So now I can put this on my flashcard, and if I can only show 12, I know that at least when I start, I'm going to see 12 lines here, and I'll be able to pick the folder I want to go into and minimize the amount of scrolling that I have to go through. Another feature here is because it's moving files around. Let's say you have a collection and you have a bunch of files that they happen to have the same name. They're in different folders, so that's fine normally, but when they get put together, if they have the same name, RomSort doesn't know which file to use. So go ahead and take this file here. I'm going to copy it, and we're going to put it in here. All right, so I've now copied and pasted this ROM in here. It's fine that it's in the wrong folder right now. So now that I have that, if I go back in here, I can hit refresh. What we'll see is now RomSort identifies that there's going to be a conflict. As you can see, it won't let you sort because RomSort will never let you delete your files. So what we can do here is we can go to A and identify like, oh yes, this ROM this is a conflict. There's another file somewhere in these folders, and there it is right there. So what I can do is I have some different options. If I right click on it, obviously I can do open location, and that will open up directly where the file is in case I need to go and I need to move it somewhere else or whatever, the full power of managing your files. But if I just decide like, oh, I don't need that, that's the extra one, I can obviously just do delete. It'll prompt you if you want to do that. I can do yes. And as you can see now that it refreshes, the conflict is gone, and now it gives me a preview, and I can go ahead and sort. Conversely, you can also do rename, and you can also rename the files right here in the UI without having to go browse through your the folders. And because it highlights the conflicts, you can very quickly find all of the conflicting files, no matter how many directories deep. So that's RomSort, and I hope you go and download it today.